I'm gonna show you how to create this drawing step by step, so let's get right into it. You can download this sketch for free along with this color palette under this video. First things first, we're gonna be using the monoline brush a lot for this drawing, so go to your calligraphy monoline brush and click on it. Go to stabilization and make sure your stabilization is set to 56%. Also go to properties and make sure your minimum size is set to none. Make sure that your sketch layer is set to reference. In case you don't see this here, you can simply click on it and check reference. I'm going to be taking this section by section, so at first let's start with the dress. Go to your layers, create a new layer and drag it underneath the sketch. Now select colors and the first color in the second row. You can simply drag and drop into the parts of the dress. Let's create a new layer above. Go to your colors and select the fourth color in the second row. I'm going to zoom in a little and we can fill the color. Next, come back to your layers. Click again on the dress layer, create a new one above, click on it and turn it into a clipping mask. That means that everything we paint on this layer will only reflect on top of the layer below. So let's come back to our colors and select the second one in the second row. Make sure your brush is set to monoline and the size is about 8%. I'm going to start creating some shadow underneath here, kind of copying the shape of the sleeve and also create some folds. Something like this. And a two fold in here, a smaller one next to it. And now I'm going to fill all these three in. So now let's move on to the sleeve section. I'm going to create a shape, something like this, and fill that in. Let me just switch my brush to a bigger size for this. And I will also create a shape like this on the other sleeve. Now let's move on to the shoulders. And do the same on the other side. You can come back to our layers, click on the color layer, create a new one above, and again turn it into a clipping mask. Go to your colors and select the last color in the second row and create a shadow in here too, and make sure that you curve it. And now we're going to use a very simple way to add pattern to the dress. So go to your layers, click again on the layer above the dress and create a new one. Again, turn it into a clipping mask. Come to your colors and select the third color in the second row. Go to your brushes, textures, and select Victorian. Set the size to the highest and simply paint over the whole dress. It's a very simple and easy way to add some pattern. Next, let's move on to this cute little bear. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, come to your layers, go on top of all the layers that we created for the dress, and create a new layer above. Now go to your colors and select the third color in this third row. We can simply drag and drop to the inside of the ears, click continue filling so you don't need to drag every time, and fill these parts. Next, create another layer. Switch your color to the fifth one in the third row and fill the rest of the bear. Now let's come back to this layer, create a new one above and turn it into a clipping mask. Go to your colors and select the fourth color in the third row. Click on your brushes, find organic, and in here select clay. I'm going to keep the size at 8% and this will just introduce a little bit of texture. You simply paint over these areas. Now go to your layers, click on the rest of the bear, a new layer above, turn it into clipping mask, switch your color to the last one in the third row, and do the same for the rest of the bear. This is another easy way to introduce some texture to make the bear look a bit more fluffy. Now let's move on to the face and the eyes. Go to your layers, create a new layer, and switch your color to the first one in the third row. Now drag into your face, ears, and neck. And make sure you zoom in this part, close the color drop, and just fill in. Let me just switch into my calligraphy brush, monoline, and let's fill these parts. Next, let's create some shadows on the face. Go to your layers, create a new one, turn it into a clipping mask, and switch your color to the second one in the third row. Still with my monoline brush, size 8, I'm gonna add some shadow under the neck. And I'm also going to add some shadow lining the face, since later we're going to add flyaway hairs, so let's prep the base for that. I'll switch my size to 20% and just sort of follow the shape of the face. And let's do that on the other side as well. Maybe like halfway through the ear. Now switch your size to a smaller one, to 8%, and we're gonna create some shadow for the hair that we'll add later. Something like this. Let's come back to the layers and create a new layer above, and switch our color to the last one in the first row. Let's fill in the eyebrows. And we can stay on the same layer and start focusing on the eyes. So switch your color to the first one in the first row, and we can fill in the eyes first. And now let's add the whites of the eyes, and then we'll add the eye details. Come to your layers, create a new layer, and drag it below the eyes and eyebrows that we just did. Go to your colors, select pure white. You can do so by double-clicking in this white area. It works the same for this side. If you double-click in here, you'll snap to pure black. So let's select the white, and let's just create the whites of the eyes. I'll select this bigger size, 20%, and sort of just create a shape. And fill it in. Already looking better. Now we'll repeat that on the other side. Come back to your layers, click on the layer above, create a new one, and again turn it into a clipping mask. Go to your colors and select the second color in the first row. I'll bring my size back to 8%, and we're going to create details in the eye. Create half a circle. You can hold the shape so that it snaps and you can adjust it somewhere around here, and fill the whole bottom part. Select your colors, third color in the first row, and add another half circle down here. You can hold it to snap to place and adjust the size about here and fill it out. Now go back to your colors, select pure white, and create a little circle here where the two colors meet. Now we're going to repeat the same on the other eye. Now let's add the lips. Go to your layers and click on the layer above our face. Go to your colors and select the fourth color in the second row. Now you can make the lips as big and as small as you like. I'm gonna go with sort of midway. I don't start all the way at the edge, I start somewhere around here, and I also end somewhere around here. Now turn this way to sort of check the symmetry. I think I need to fill it in a bit more on this side. I think that looks okay, so let's fill it in and see if we need to adjust anything. I'm pretty much happy with that. I'll maybe add a little bit of definition, so I'll go even smaller size, 3%, and just sharpen the corner a little bit. Okay, now we can go to our colors, select pure white again. I'll go back to 8% size and add a bit of shine, just to make it look like she's wearing a lip gloss. Something like this. Now let's add some blush and maybe some freckles. Go to your brushes, select airbrushing and soft brush. Now go to your colors and select maybe the same color we used for the lips. So the fourth color in the second row. I'm gonna make my size about 3% and use very light pressure to create sort of a circular motion or oval motion underneath the eye. Zoom in. I feel like it's too much, so click with 2 fingers to take a step back. And again, I think I'll lower the opacity to somewhere around 40%. And now open your brushes and find spray paints. Select flicks. Go down with your opacity somewhere around 50%. Switch the color to the second color in the third row. Let's zoom in a little bit, and very light pressure, let's create some freckles around this area and maybe around the cheeks. I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but it's there. If you want, you can also add some beauty marks or make the freckles more prominent. You can also use different colors for the lips, eyes, or anything else. That's up to you. Have fun with it. Now let's move on to the hair. Come back to our layers. Go all the way up to your last layer below the sketch. Create a new layer. Go to our colors. Select the 5th color in the first row and fill in the hair. Again, you can use whatever color you like. Next, create a new layer above and select the last color in the first row to fill in the rest of the hair. First, we're going to define the shape in which the hair is going to lay. This is sort of a trust the process thing. It's going to look a little crazy in the beginning, but just keep on with it. Go to your brushes, calligraphy, and select brush pen. Now go to your colors and select the 6th color in the first row. Go to your layers and create a new layer above the hair, and again turn it into a clipping mask. And now let's start defining the shape. Don't use hard pressure, this brush is pressure sensitive, and kind of try to always come out from the same point as you go out. And I'm just gonna roughly define the shape in which we're going to go. And from here, let's change the direction and try to connect them in the same point or around that space, in the same direction. And now we're switching again. Follow the curve and try to start from the same point and sort of connect to roughly the same point. From here, we're going to create sort of a curve somewhere towards here. And then this last part, again, we just follow the curve and try to start from the same direction. Something like this. I know it looks kind of crazy right now, but I promise we'll get there. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So now that we defined the way it's going to curl, let's go back to our layers, create a new layer, and also turn it into a clipping mask. Now go to your brushes, airbrushing, select a soft brush, and go to your colors and select the second from the last one in the first row. And we're simply going to sort of add depth into the places where the hair curl, and then we're going to blur it out. Start with the top of the head with circular motions to sort of define the roots. And remember, this is a pressure sensitive brush, so the more you press, the more darker the color is going to be. And you can go lighter around the edge in here. Don't worry too much since we're going to blur it out. And now let's start adding some lines to where the curves are falling. So we have some sort of curve in here, so let's just create a line like this, and then in here, and another one somewhere around here, and also down here. And for the other side, we can follow this line, and then here, and also down here. This looks a little crazy, but don't worry. Now we go to our adjustments, so click on the little magic wand, Gaussian blur, and we're going to drag over the screen to blur this out to somewhere around 14%. We're going to keep on building that up as we go, but for now let's go back to our layers, and let's go back to this layer underneath where we define the hair strokes. Now let's switch back to calligraphy brush pen. You can keep the same color, so the second from the last in the first row. And we're going to follow the exact same hair stroke that we were doing before. We're going to alternate between higher size 8% and smaller size 3%, and also switch up the pressure, sometimes stronger, sometimes lighter, to kind of create more definition. So first I'm just going to go over with the big strokes and then switch to the smaller size. Just here and there. Now I'm going to switch to the smaller size, 3%, and go over the same areas again. Again, just adding a few strokes here and there. And don't forget to alternate the pressure, sometimes press harder and sometimes lighter. Now I'm going to do the same for the other side, starting with the bigger ones and then moving to the smaller. Now we're going to move on to a darker color, so come to your color wheel and select the last one. And once again, I'm going to start with the bigger strokes and then move to the smaller ones. This time only a few on each section. Switching to the smaller size. You don't need to worry too much about these connecting bars because we're going to overlay them with another blurred layer of dark. Now Now come back to our layers. Go to the layer above where we created the blurred shadows. Let's go back to airbrushing, soft brush. You can stay on the darkest color. And once again, we're going to start at the top, creating circular motions and going lighter as we go further away from the center. And then again create these lines like the first time. Now come back to adjustments, Gaussian blur, and let's blur this out somewhere about 12%. Looks okay. Now we're going to add some flyaway hairs. So first let's come to our layers and find the layer above the face, so this clipping mask. Switch your brush back to calligraphy monoline and keep the color as the darkest one, the last one in the first row. Keep the size at 8% and we're going to first create some flyaway hairs around the face. I'm happy with that. So next, come to our layers. Find the hair layer, so this is this one. Create a new layer and drag it below. Just make sure to turn off the clipping mask. And we're going to add some flyaway hairs all around, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You can add as many as you want, but I think I'm happy with this. Now that the girl is complete, we can add some cool background, maybe tie it up with the same pattern from the dress that she's wearing. So come to your layers, go all the way to the bottom, create a new layer, drag it so that it's the first one. Select the fourth color in the first row or any color that you like. Click on the layer again and just click fill layer. This way the color that you selected will fill the layer in one step. And let's go back to our brushes. Find the texture Victorian brush again. Make sure it's to the highest size. Let's come back to our colors. And maybe let's just darken it a little bit, just a tiny little bit darker than the background actually is. And paint over the wallpaper. I think it adds a nice touch. And there you go. I hope you like this and I'll see you in the next video.